So, hello, Karol. It is nice to meet you at How to Web in Bucharest this year. Thank you for accepting our invitation. We are meeting to exchange a few of your insights for the help of our building our project, Co-INVESTIN project. That we are developing right now. Co-INVESTIN intends to find out and support referring the needs of venture capital funds in strong ecosystems to come to emerging markets to co-invest, and also the needs of deep tech startups around Eastern Europe, moderate and emerging ecosystems to grow, to get investments, and so on. So I would have a few questions. You're coming from a very large market. A market
There are
that
different
many,
opinions.
comparing to the markets, to the countries in Eastern Europe, Poland is one of the main targeted markets for founders in emerging countries in Eastern Europe. I would like you to tell us, how do you appreciate the tech startup ecosystem in Poland, its dynamics, if you've seen improvements in terms of access to capital for the tech founders. Yes, this would be for the beginning.
Sure. Okay, so first of all, thanks for the invitation. Glad to be here. Not sure if I should tell you something about Inovo or myself.
Yes.
Okay. And I believe that would be connected to one of your questions. So we're Inovo, and we are a pure early stage venture capital fund. So we invest from idea stage, especially technical founders, to about 2 million ARR. So let's say pre-seed, early Series A, and we invest only in founders from Central and Eastern Europe, all over the world. So Romanian founders in the US, Ukrainian founders in the UK, Polish founders in Germany, whatever. Estonian founders in Estonia. So this is the thing. We are generalists. We started 10 years ago in Poland, and I believe thanks to that we've gone through every stage of the market development, because we remember how it was in Poland like 10, 15 years ago and how it looks right now. So that's cool, because we invested so far in over 55 startups. Mainly from Poland, because we started as a Polish fund. Most of the most fine Polish startups were the first investors. They were one of the first investors. 5 years ago, we decided, okay, in Poland, everything is cool. The market is great, but let's validate whether we can invest in the best deals outside Poland. There's founders outside Poland to invest, for example, in Ukrainian Preply, easily $1 billion business right now. All of our portfolio companies raised over $500 million in the last few years from top global funds. So based on that, we raised our third fund, 107 million euros to invest in the entire Central Eastern European region. I mean, founders from Central Eastern. 107. So yeah, and we try to be pretty active, because we invested in the last 2 years in probably already over 20 startups, because we're closing 3 deals right now. Maybe we just closed another one. So I guess this is related to your question. So how do I appreciate the local tech ecosystem? And the main question is how we define this local tech ecosystem, because from my perspective, tech ecosystem is just startups, research centers or schools, and investors, and other things, investors in investors, so fund of funds, family office investing, VC funds or pension funds, angels, so many actors play on the table here. So I believe, how do I appreciate it? I believe the main problem, especially of deep tech plays in Central Eastern Europe, is that our research centers could have more commercial mindset from day one, because what the difference I see, because we invest in a lot of purely technical founders, deep tech plays, and when I see, for example, Polish researcher that graduated or did PhD at Oxford and work at one fast-growing tech company or research center like DeepMind, for example, his mindset is totally different than mindset of a person who did a PhD at, for example, University of Warsaw. And on the technical level, research level, probably they are on the same level. But in terms of the mindset, okay, we have this tech. What we could do with that? How it could be implemented? It's not there. So
I mean, to have the vision of the market opportunity of the innovation that
not to do the technology for the sake of technology, to do the technology.
Or projects.
Exactly. So to do technology, to do something, to challenge the status quo, to challenge the status quo of the current technology.
But Karol, do you think it is possible to transform a researcher into an entrepreneur?
Yeah, and I believe that's a natural step in the market development, because right now we have more and more like technical, like tech-heavy startups in Poland, in the entire Central and Eastern Europe, yeah, in Romania as well. So more and more such companies, they need strong research talent in AI or in any other like technical heavy, like even life science, yeah. So they need such people, and these people, they will start, or they right now they start to see things growing from, I don't know, 2 people team to 10 people team to 20 people team, from zero revenue, zero customers to, I don't know, first million. So I believe, and this is my hope and our bet as well, that okay, if you see this, you're more encouraged to do that. You have seen fast-growing product, have seen fast-growing teams, have seen how to validate idea, how to build tech to fulfill the needs of customers. So if you see that, and I've seen plenty of people that, were like pure technical guys, and right now they're like, they have this well-structured, logical, pure rational chain of thought, very analytical one, and right now they use that to actually think about business ideas. And we see right now a few very early opportunities, like pure pre-seed idea stage, with people that went from research centers, people who are like a pure technical guys without the commercial mindset, but worked at 1-2 places, and right now they're like, okay guys, I have the idea for this and that.
Maybe a challenge in that is to find some complementary expertise for your team to help you.
It's not easy to find a founder. For example, to do something with that, we created 2 initiatives in Poland. So one is called actually free one. So first one is Founder Wannabes, when we try to we do that every month, and we try to match business co-founders with technical co-founders.
This is some networking event, or
yeah, there's a one
scope is to put in the same place different.
Yes, this is the main goal. This is the main goal. Sometimes there is a team, like we invite successful founder, successful researcher, successful operator, to share some words to inspire people. But the main team, guys, you should network, you should match with each other. And we already invested in 2 companies that were founded by people that met at this. Yeah, exactly. On this particular event, because we've done so far like 18 editions of that, so it works pretty well. Second thing, like, is the same thing for operators, and some of them, like operators, like, I don't know, chief of staff, directors, managers, heads of something, yeah. And some of them move from, after that, they want to move from the operator role to typical founder role. And the third thing is we do it something called Founders Club. So when we create cohorts of 8 people, mixed backgrounds, technical guys, commercial guys, product guys, to meet with each other every month to discuss their business ideas, because they want to do business, they have very strong backgrounds, they're potentially looking for founder, but they just need a team to challenge them to somehow push them forward. And we invested into business.
So you're putting them face to face for peer to peer exchange learning, and
yeah, we have a framework for that. So the framework is pretty extensive, but yeah, that's the way. So they should chat. They should chat about their problems, exchange contacts.
For your portfolio, or it's open?
Because we're the biggest fund in Poland, probably maybe in the region even. So we treat ourselves as, we still see that the stage of the market development in Poland is still pretty early when we compare that, because we work a lot with guys from the US or the UK, so we still see that, okay, Poland is still not there. So we have to do something with that. We have to help the ecosystem, and hence, having said that, help ourselves as well. Because out of those initiatives, we invested in already four companies, and especially one of them is going crazy. So yeah, I believe the role of leading VC in every market, it's to foster the development of the local ecosystem, because we have access to top founders, entrepreneurs, international investors in funds, so LPs, angels. So our role should be to connect all of those people, connect the dots. And I perceive the VC job as actually I don't do nothing other. I just connect the dots between people, and sometimes I invest in them. So I believe, and in Romania, there's a great case, Bogdan from Underline.
Yes.
Love you, Bogdan. So I believe in every market you should have this one VC, one leading VC that should foster the development of the market, and to create more startups and so that.
And in terms of co-investment, with the co-investing project, we are trying to make it more easily for investors in stronger ecosystems to come in moderate and emerging ecosystems to co-invest. We want to provide information at ease to promote the resources that exist and the venture capital funds that exist in emerging ecosystems, so that they can decide to come quicker and to support and to co-invest. So how do you find your co-investors, and especially in the stronger investment country ecosystems?
So, for example, I invest in something and I'm looking for co-investors to join the round?
Yes, for the following rounds, or
okay.
how
So
do
I
you
would
find
split
it is easy for you to find co-investors when you meet for your portfolio?
So not co-investors, but follow-on investors. Okay, but because you can split...
And first investments or follow-on.
Okay. So when we do... in most of the cases, we are the first investors on the table. So, but we want to create the round, which is the most valuable for founders. So, and we, in 95% of cases, we want to lead the round or co-lead the round and do everything within 2 weeks, 3 weeks max. But to bring more value to the table, we always try to expand the round, invite some angels to the table, some fund with relevant expertise from either Western Europe or the US, or sometimes, and sometimes we can do that with, together, like, I don't know, us with Credo, us with Underline, whatever, yeah, depending on the needs of the startups, needs of the founders. And from our perspective, it's pretty easy. I believe if we want to do the round, co-investors part is just like that. But it's more about, okay, what do we need to bring to the table? So, for example, my last deal was in cybersec. So that was like, okay, we don't have like a strong cybertech expertise. So we just have to invite some people from the broadly defined cybersec space to the table. So we introduced founders to founder of $1 billion cybersec company in the US. And he decided, like, okay, we'd love to put 50K. That's like nothing. And right now he provides a lot of insights, a lot of network, access to people, access to customers, also. Then out of that, heavy specialized funds in only cybersec. They were like, oh, I heard about this opportunity. I want to invest as well. So it's pretty easy. The hardest part is to have this first investor that, actually believe in you, have conviction to invest in you, and say, okay, guys, I want to lead the round. I put 60, 70.
To put some value on the table, actually, for the
value to the table. But I believe, investors have problem with FOMO, so fear of missing out. So if there is term sheet on the table, they always think, okay, maybe there's something in it, so we have to invest. Yeah, but I believe it's all about finding the right partner and convincing at least one person who wants to invest in you, who believes in you, and then the rest, finding proper co-investors, it's easy, in my opinion. If you have good network, but our job as venture capital investors is actually to have as extensive network as possible. This is our job.
In terms of diversity.
And for because sorry, I didn't cover that. Follow-on investment, so Series A, B, whatever. This is our job. So every week, every month, I try to spend. Like my personal salary is pretty large right now, but our role is to know next round investors, follow-on investors, Creandum, Atomico, Open Ocean, all kind of great guys, just to be. And we have to catch up with them. We update them about our portfolio companies, and
make some portfolio pitches, from time to time.
Portfolio pitches, we don't do that because we have more personal relationships. So we just chat from time to time. How's life? And okay, so what do you? For example, every time we invest in a company, we ask even before the investment. We ask. Because I have a panel soon. We ask potential top next round investors. Okay, guys, we want to invest right now in this company, this space, that product, such founders. What do you expect from this company within 12 to 18 months to be interested in leading the next round, to lead Series A? And the general is like, okay, right now they are at small revenue, let's say 50, 100K ARR. Okay, so if they got to 1.5 million ARR within...
we are preparing, actually,
yeah,
the next
that's
round
crucial.
from the
That's
very
crucial.
beginning.
Yeah, that's crucial. You have to create a list of the best investors for them. You have to chat with them, and they are your friends, they are your network.
To
So
build the relationship from the get-go.
yeah, we have those relations, but founders, they have to meet investors them as well. They have to see that, okay, whether there's chemistry between founders and investors, because chemistry is a very important thing. And they need to be prepared for that. So they need to know expectations of those funds. So, for example, okay, I would love to lead the next, let's say, $10 million round. If they got to 1.5 million ARR within the next 12 months, if they validate this use case, if they hire such person, whatever. And this is our job.
Yes.
Because founder's job is actually to run the business. To keep track, but to know them and to build this relationship and then to connect the dots.
How would you comment on the position of Inovo VC related to diversity, adopting diversity, or supporting women-led startups? Have you seen any improvements? Because we know that
that's tricky part, because we, for example, we wanted to both ways. So founder side and even venture capital side, we wanted to hire a female investor to our fund, and trust me, we've been trying for 9 months, and it was just tough because there are not that many females on the market interested in this space, and I believe this is important, interested in this space and this type of work, because we travel a lot, quite long working hours, so that's some of people prefer different type of jobs. For example, from the founder side, I don't know why, but there's a difference. There's no difference in terms of the funding that, okay, we don't invest in this company because it's female-led. That's crazy, but I know that some people have such theses. And for example, when I was founder, my co-founder, she was I had a female co-founder, yeah. So that's crazy story. But I don't know why there is a difference in terms of number of founded startups between females and males. Don't know that. Don't have any solution to change that. It would be great to have more female founders. It would be awesome. But it's not just easy. Maybe some people prefer to do different stuff. Some the other.
Yes, it is probably connected also with the source of women in technology, because universities are sourcing less women than men in building products. Then, as you said, there is complexity in this type of job as an entrepreneur. Maybe
it's not complexity, because complexity is the same level for men and female. I don't know why. Maybe because I don't agree with the sourcing part, because universities, they don't source that. Okay, we need to hire more men. Yeah. So
usually there are more male students in tech.
But and this is the main question: is what's the reason behind it? Whether cultural reason or any other type of reason? And I'm just a simple investor. Don't have an answer for that.
I would like to ask you: is it, for example, are you connected also with some public-baked agencies, innovation agencies in Poland, who might help you with the pipeline, or they're sourcing founders or organizing activities that helps you in your activity?
Yes, we are connected with them, but they don't provide us pipeline. We have to make the pipeline ourselves. It's all about network with founders, because good founders attract other good founders know other good founders, attract other good founders, recommendations. So this is that works this way. The same for investors, because later say investors can you recommend you earlier stage founders, and we can create pipeline ourselves with those initiatives I just mentioned before. So government agencies, institutes, they don't provide pipeline. Maybe they don't understand our expectations because we have different strategy. Because you have different funds. From our perspective, we want to bet on potential moonshots. So go big or go home type of businesses. So it has to be like at least over $1 billion potential business for us. And some people, some investors, they prefer like, okay, 5 to 10 times return. Cool for us.
But the role of an innovation agency is also to
foster the ecosystem,
to nurture, to nurture.
Yeah, but you have people from the. I believe if you don't have people that worked at startups, so ex-operators or founders in those agencies, they won't organize proper ecosystem for you because they have different mindset.
Yes.
They don't know what really matters, in my opinion. Yeah.
To be more dynamic.
To have this urgency that, okay, I want to do this business, I see the need, I see the pain point, okay, I need to go close this customer today, build the first version of the product today. Yeah, I believe that's different mindset.
Mm-hmm. I understand. Thank you.
Thank you
for your time. I hope you have a great day. Are you going to stay tomorrow too?
Yeah, tomorrow morning. And thank you for the invitation. I have to go to the panel.
Yes.